Portland Creatives, a series about the amazing, intricate people of Portland. Each episode features a unique story, each different, each with its own experience as we discover what it means to be a Portland creative.
Stopping acceleration sounds like death, not growing up.
Yeah,
I think that you know, I'm doing more and more now than I ever have, and I'm past retirement age, so I'm still accelerating.
What does it mean to be a Portland creative?
My sense of being a Portland creative was to treat this as an export place, be inspired by here, have rich experiences with people here, and then ship it to places where the economy for art is better. But now there's way more galleries, way more people entering the art world with way different views of what's important and what's beautiful. And yeah, I think it's way more dynamic, way more fun now. I think it's that more and more people in a postmodern period are starting to put meaning back into their work. There's a narrative quality that for a long time just wasn't there. You know, minimalism and kind of abstract reductionism.
And I like that what you're saying is that what happens is, because of that, the result is we're missing out all the content. Yes, so we were missing out on all the noise. Getting rid of the noise is very important, I think.
I think if I have an issue with my artwork, it's that I like complexity. I like a narrative. I like dramas in whether I'm reading a book or I'm looking at a piece of artwork. I like to feel some emotions. And so I tend to put more emotions and more drama than most people can get. When people look at a piece of artwork, what do they have? A second and a half?
Yeah.
You know? And if you don't have some significant thing that happens in a second and a half, then I don't like it. And my artwork tends to not be able to be absorbed in a second and a half. You kind of have to look at it, maybe do some research on it, maybe read about it, know something about my history before these things become meaningful. Early on, I separated out art not in kind of the abstract, modern, and figurative. I separated it by romantic and classic, but one to simplification, one to complification, if that's a word.
We can use it. Why not?
And so I decided early on that the world was moving toward modernism, what I was describing as classicism, because there's a lot of people who really want to have their artwork mean something. They put it in their home, and it's for a purpose, and they want it to become part of the conversation that they have with their friends. Well, one of the things that's happened recently that I've really enjoyed is seeing how much technology is changing. But I don't think sculpture is going to go away, and I think gifted sculptors will still make powerful things with that technology. You have to have all of the story be told with the object, and you know, like a piece of architecture, you want to be able to entice someone to want to go around and see the other thing and never get bored. You know, you can have one portion of a sculpture be more significant than the other, but you can never have anybody be bored.
I find that super fascinating, that the sculpture is a 3D object. It's not a flat 2D or maybe 1D, canvas that you're working on, basically. It speaks on multiple sides. That's really fascinating about this form of art.
You could go further than that. You could call it 4D. Because these things are capturing moments in time. And depending on what is there, you can visualize either what just happened before it got to that point, or you're imagining what's going to happen next.
Where do you see maybe a comparison between your job on a professional level and your passion?
Yeah, I only have one thing, and it's my passions.
Got it.
And whether those turn into political actions or statements in my artwork, they are all mixed up. Being a sculptor gives you a unique opportunity to enter any world you want. I think when people look at your artwork, they don't want to just have an object. Most people don't want to just have an object for the wall.
Right.
They want to know that there's somebody real behind it who had reason for making it, inspiration that's based on maybe the same things that they have in their lives.
Yeah, they're really just focused on passion, and that's just how this works out, how this plays out. Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Hey, nice to be here for your birthday.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
It was fun. Thanks.